price is higher. I mean, the share price has gone up over 500x. That's a big deal. People that truly understand HEX and get it, it's all about the shares. The shares are more rare than the HEX, period. And the shares, it's like the share system is amazing. It's one of those, when I say that HEX is a Nobel Prize worthy economics breakthrough, my primary consideration is that it gets people to lock for 15 years, hard lock, unlike any financial instrument that's ever existed before. Bonds, you can get out. T-bills, you can get out. You can sell. HEX, you lock for 15 years, you ain't getting out. You're staying for a long time. And that's never been seen before. In the history of finance, that has never existed before. And it's a breakthrough. The second component, which I believe may also be Nobel Prize worthy, is the way the share system works. The concept that the share price modulates to ensure that longer always pays better than shorter. So that when someone ends, there's this common misconception that I spread in the beginning from bad wording, that the share price is based on profit percentage. So the highest ROI sets the share price. It's kind of true, but it's not totally true. The most accurate way to say it is that the share price increases forever, always, to cancel out the gains that anyone makes. And since there's always gains, the share price always goes up. It doesn't matter if a new all-time high share price is ever found again, or a new all-time high ROI, like a highest percent return. That doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter when it happens during the system. If someone puts in HEX, locks it, which we call staking, burns the HEX, logs that it's occurred, they get shares. The longer they lock, the more shares they get. When that person ends their stake, let's say they end it with no penalties, they end it on time within 2 weeks of when they said they would, they mint their HEX. When they mint their HEX, the system says, okay, we want to make sure that you can never buy more shares than you originally had, unless you stake for longer. So in order to make sure that you can never do that, we're going to increase the share price. I really just mean the guy running the code. The guy that runs the code is the guy that also ratchets up the share price. So the guy that mints his coin is also the guy that ratchets up the share price, because it's a peer-to-peer system. The network participants are the people that make everything happen. Nothing happens automatically. Everything is run by an individual network participant with his own private keys. No one else in the world can do it for them. So that person that mints his reward is the only person in the world that can do so, because they're his private keys. He's the one that does the work. He's the one that generates the coins, just like Bitcoin. Bitcoin miners mint their own rewards. HEX stakers mint their own rewards. And he's also the guy that ratchets the share price. And once a day, one of these guys logs the daily state changes, right? Like, this is today's supply, this is the interest, this is today's price, all that stuff. So the system will make sure that he can never buy back more shares than he had, unless he stakes longer to make up for it. Well, what that means is it's a variable price system based on network participant behavior, monetizing time and the time value of money and delayed gratification in ways that has never been done before. This method of a consensus network based on monetizing time has never existed before. HEX is the first in the history of the world. So that's Nobel Prize worthy. If you see what they hand out Nobel Prizes in economics for, it's straight garbage. Theoretical trash that very often has no impact on the world. Sometimes it's okay, but a lot of times it's not. Those two particular features in HEX, I believe to be Nobel Prize worthy. One, the length at which people are locking and the game theory that causes that, and the share price ratcheting mechanism. Those two things are absolutely world-changing. Amazing.